In episode 74, we are going to dive into healing, what it means, 6 popular healing modalities, and 5 things that you should know about healing on your unique journey.
Welcome to the Abundance Hack Show, where we are inspiring you to tap into your power to manifest the happiness, success, and fulfillment that you desire. I am your host, Niajae, the Upper Limit Coach. I am here to dismantle your limiting beliefs and remove the blocks so you can confidently live your life's purpose, because life is meant to be abundant.
Hey M&Ms, thank you for tuning into the Abundance Hack Show. What are you manifesting in your life today? If you are joining me for the first time, I want you to know that M&Ms, although they're amazing candies, actually stands for magical manifestors. I believe that our thoughts create our reality and we are manifesting by default. So one of the things that I like to encourage you to do is be really specific on what you want in your life. What are you manifesting? Actively visualizing what you desire and the way you want your life to look so you can bring an abundance of success, an abundance of love, an abundance of happiness into your reality. So let's dive into today's episode. We are talking about healing. This has been coming up a lot for me. And I really wanted to dive into what healing means and the different modalities there are out there, and a few things that you should know about healing as you are going through your unique journey. So, the definition of healing is the process of making or becoming sound or healthy again. So, that is the official definition, but healing to me means removing the blocks, limiting beliefs, and negative pre-programming that life, society, and your experiences have placed on you so you can get back to who you are at your core and get back to your natural resonance. So that is my personal definition of healing. So right now, there are a lot of healers out there, and I want to share with you my personal belief. I believe that we are designed to heal ourselves. So if you come across someone that says, I'm a healer, what they're doing is connecting the dots for you or giving you the tools that you need to heal yourself. So I think that's a really great thing to clarify so you don't go to someone expecting a quick fix or a magic potion. They're going to heal you and your life is going to be amazing because they healed you. When in reality, they are giving you tools. And just like any tool, you have to actively use that tool in order to heal yourself. So let's dive into some of the popular healing modalities that are out there right now. So the first one I want to mention is EFT. So EFT is emotional freedom technique, which is tapping. So I've talked about this in a previous episode. Definitely check that out if you haven't, because I am a huge, huge, huge advocate for tapping. So what you're doing is you're tapping on your different meridian points. So if you are listening in on iTunes or Spotify, any of the places where you listen, in the video, I'm showing you some of the tapping points that you can tap on. So what it's doing, it's clearing some of the blocks that we have because we store emotions, we store trauma, we store pain, frustration in our bodies. And what it's doing is it's removing some of the blockages in our body so our emotions can flow. And when they flow, you're able to heal. If you keep things suppressed and stuff it deep down inside, you're not able to heal it. So what EFT does is it removes the blockages so our energy and our emotions can flow in a healthy manner so we can deal with whatever comes up and heal from it. Definitely go check out the episodes that we've done on EFT on the Abundance Hack podcast. I share my personal story and experience with EFT. So the second one I want to mention is Reiki. So this is becoming really, really popular. There are so many Reiki healers out there, and I have mixed emotions. So you guys know I'm really, really honest. I have mixed emotions about Reiki because when I first discovered it, I was told that you have to be attuned by a Reiki master, and it's like specific people. So what is happening is people are putting their own spin on the healing modality, and they're opening up these different channels, but they're not being attuned. And Reiki has been like watered down, like the original form has been watered down to where now the healing modality is so watered down that it's not actual Reiki in its purest form. Does that make sense? So that's my personal opinion on it. I know a lot of people that swear by Reiki, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it. What I do recommend, if this is a healing modality that you have interest in, you vet your Reiki practitioner to make sure that one, they're a vibrational match to you, because when you were doing a energy clearing healing session, it's an energy exchange, and you want to make sure that this person is someone that you resonate with, for one. And for two, don't be afraid to ask a person about their training. If I was going to receive a Reiki session, I want to make sure this person was properly attuned and they'd have their own self-care regimen. That is really important to me, because if we are exchanging energy, I want to know that you are in the trenches, you are in the arena with me, healing yourself and clearing yourself, because a lot of healers take on energy of their clients. So do you have a good self-care regimen? Are you practicing self-healing and practicing what you preach? So I think Reiki is amazing. My opinion is you should really vet who you are going to for a session, because to me that's really, really important. The next one is theta healing. So our previous episode, we interviewed Timothy Gay, who was a theta healer practitioner. And the way I understand theta healing is they muscle test to find where you have blocks or trauma stored in your body, to remove it so you can be the best version of yourself. So that is how I understand what theta healing is. Muscle testing is really, really popular right now. I recently read the book The Motion Code, where they discuss muscle testing. And I've worked with a couple of people that use muscle testing in their practice. And I also did an interview with Jillian Schleger. So definitely check that out. She discussed muscle testing, and I have an interview coming up with Ty Gold, who also mentions muscle testing. So muscle testing is basically tapping into your body to answer questions. So our bodies are brilliant. Our bodies are so powerful, and our bodies also cannot lie. So when you muscle test, you are tapping into your body for the answers for what is right for you. So again, theta healing is tapping into your own body so your body can tell you what you need to heal. Really, really powerful, because in life, we tend to look outwardly for answers. We tend to look outwardly for, a diagnosis, when we really know what is going on and what we need. Our bodies are designed to heal themselves. And when you can tap into what your body needs, that is powerful. But what happens is we lose that connection to our inner voice and our inner being. So we don't know what's going on. So a lot of what I do with this podcast is inspire self-awareness and connecting back with your body, connecting back with your intuition, connecting back with your inner voice, so you know what is going on internally, what is going on mentally, emotionally, physically, because again, we are designed to heal ourselves. All right, next one is hypnosis. So I have never actually done hypnosis, but I know a lot of people who have, and I do believe in it. I really do believe in it, because I think that we can tap into another realm or another level of consciousness that can offer us guidance. Again, tapping into your own body, tapping into your own intuition, your own inner voice to heal yourself. So this is another way that you can do it. But I think going into it, again, you have to vet your practitioner. You have to vet the person that you're working with and trust them. The next one is yoga. So I am a huge advocate for yoga. I love, love, love yoga. I used to teach yoga when I owned my dance and aerial studio. And there's several forms that you can decide which one works for you. So you have restorative yoga, you have power yoga. So you have yoga that can be more calm and relaxing. You have more yoga that can challenge you physically, because I do think yoga is great for you mentally, emotionally, and physically. So figuring out what form of yoga works best for you. And there are a lot of new movement-based modalities that are becoming popular, like nonlinear movement, for example. So this is something that was introduced by Michaela Baum, and you are moving your body to, again, check in, tap in, connect with your body to figure out what is going on. What is your body telling you? What is your body teaching you? And that is something that yoga does. It helps you connect with your body. And we have to connect with our body because we have so many distractions that are taking us outward. Social media and all of the devices that we're on, our cell phones, our laptops, we are constantly looking outward. So, yoga is something that can help you look inward. And it's a practice that should connect you back to your inner being and your body and your intuition. So, I am a huge, huge advocate for yoga and all of the new modalities that are coming from it, movement based modalities that are designed to heal. So, the next one is meditation. There are so many different forms of meditation, so many. So, I could do a whole entire episode on just meditation. So, I don't want to get too deep into it, but I believe that everyone should be meditating. You guys know I recommend meditating almost every episode, but I believe 5 to 20 minutes every single morning to just check in with yourself. Ask yourself, how are you feeling? What do I need? What is my baseline? Like my resonance when I wake up, before I go out into the world, before I get on social media, before I'm distracted with my business and career and to-do list and children and partner and all of the things, fur babies, before the world gets to you. Where are you at? Connect with yourself. Just take 5 to 20 minutes in the morning to meditate. Now, some people can't just sit in silence, and that is okay. Sometimes you can listen to guided meditation. Sometimes you can listen to binaural beats. You can listen to singing bowls. You guys know how I feel about the singing bowls. So listening to crystal sound bowls or whatever you need to do to just take a moment to connect with yourself. And then they have some meditations like TM, transcendental meditation. Those are different forms of meditation. And again, you just have to figure out what works for you. And it can be a combination of these things. So I have a solid morning routine where I wake up and I ask myself, what do I need? What do I need today to feel my best before I go out into the world and I have all of these things affecting my energy? Where am I and what do I need to feel my best? And some mornings it may be tapping, some mornings it may be yoga. Like I need to move my body. Like there's a lot of times, so maybe yoga, maybe twerking. Whatever I feel, like sometimes I'm like, okay, I just need to stretch because I feel tight and tense. Sometimes I'm like, I just need to get the blood flowing and I need to get these endorphins going. So I need something a little more up tempo. So really checking in every single morning and asking yourself what you need. But I always do some form of meditation and I sit there and I just reflect. I say what I'm grateful for. I set intentions for the day and then I start my day. And if I'm ever in a rush and I don't have time to do it, you can tell. You can tell because I'm frazzled. If you take a moment to ground yourself first thing in the morning, it will prevent that frazzled moment. And I know there's a lot of like frazzled moms. I did an episode with an EFT practitioner who specifically targets frazzled moms, because moms are the main ones that feel like, oh, I can't take time for myself because I have to take care of my children, I have to take care of my husband, and I have to do this and I have to do that. So those are the ones that really need it. If you say, I don't have time, you probably need it the most. It's really, really important. You guys know one of my favorite quotes: you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of you first. So when you are feeling your best, you show up your best for the people in your life. You show up the best for yourself as well. So if you are feeling like your cup is depleted, you need this the most, because what you want to do is give from your overflow. You want to serve from your overflow. So you have to fill your cup first. And then you'll be a better mom. You'll be a better husband or wife. You'll be a better dad. You'll be a better business owner. You'll be a better friend when you are taking care of you. It's so important that you take care of you first so you can show up for everyone else better, serving and giving from your overflow. And then it doesn't allow your cup to be depleted when you take care of you first. So those are the 6 popular healing modalities. There's so many out there, but the 6 that I just wanted to mention in this episode: number 1, EFT; number 2, Reiki; number 3, theta healing; number 4, hypnosis; number 5, yoga; and number 6, meditation. So what are some things that you should know about healing? I have 5 things that I want you to know about healing. Number 1 is your trauma does not define you. Okay. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not talking about severe trauma. I am not equipped, licensed to talk about severe trauma. So when I say trauma, maybe, you went through a divorce or a bad breakup or something light. So I don't want to speak on severe trauma because, again, I'm not licensed to speak on severe trauma. Just want to have that full disclaimer. So, your trauma does not define you. This is important because I see so many people that allow their trauma to become their identity. Your trauma becomes your identity, and you can only talk about your trauma. I believe in the law of attraction, and I believe what you focus on, you attract more to you. So if you're focused on your pain, you're focused on the trauma, you're focused on the hurt, you're focused on this horrible thing that happened to you, you're going to stay in that low vibrational place, and nothing magical manifests from a low vibe place. So I listen to Abraham Hicks, and I love when she corrects people. So she has people that goes up in the hot seat and they say, I lost my mom. And she says, you didn't lose her. You didn't lose her. Your mom is still there. She just transitioned to another dimension. So I know this may get a little woo-woo, but your mom is still there. She's still watching over you, and she's still in your heart. That's the thing. You didn't lose her. She's still there, just not in a physical form. So what she does is she inspires people, or encourages people, I should say, to say, my mom transitioned. She transitioned. So she's no longer in a physical form, but she's still there. She's still there in spirit. If you believe in souls, like, her soul is still there. She could be watching over you. But most importantly, she's still in your heart. And so when someone transitions, you don't lose them. They're still in your heart, and they're going to remain in your heart. And so, in my personal opinion, when you feel like you lost someone, rather than focusing on the fact that you lost them, remember the good things about them. Remember the things about them that you love. And people get in this space of just remembering the pain. Our brains are kind of wired like that naturally, to just focus on the bad, to focus on like the bad things. This bad thing happened, but rather than focusing on the bad thing, focus on the good things. Focus on the things that you remember about them that you love. And that's a warming feeling, rather than focusing on, I lost them, and this becoming your identity. I'm a person who lost someone I love, and that's how you identify, that's how you lead, and that is a low vibration. unfortunate things happen. You have to give yourself time to grieve, but don't stay in that space. Definitely give yourself time to grieve. Like, don't suppress it and act like, like no spiritual bypassing. Give yourself time to grieve, but don't stay in that low vibe place. So, once you have given yourself the proper amount of time to grieve, start to focus and remember the good things. And you don't have to allow the trauma to define you and that be your identity. Let's just take divorce, for example. There's a lot of people that are defined by, well, my husband left me and now I'm this like broken, woman that's in despair and hurt, and now I can't trust another man. That doesn't have to be your identity. If, okay, your husband left you, that's unfortunate, but rather than every time someone brings up marriage or relationships, you're like, oh yeah, my husband left me, meh, meh, meh. You could be like, "Ah, I remember when this amazing thing happened, and I remembered when my husband did this amazing thing for me." And although you're not together, what you're doing is you are emitting a positive vibration, which is setting you up to attract a positive situation. If you stay in that low vibe place, you are going to attract more low vibes. So if you start to remember the good things about a situation, you will attract more good things in your life.
Are you ready to raise your vibrations and tap into abundance? Download our free Abundance Guided Meditation to accelerate your manifestation. This will help you visualize your abundant life and align with that vision so it can become your reality. To download the MP3, go to abundancehack.com/abundance guided meditation. And remember, life is meant to be abundant.
One of the things that Abraham Hicks says is that the more gratitude you have and excitement you have for this segment, the better the next segment is going to be. So if you are staying in this space of pain and hurt and trauma, and you keep going back to that dark place, the next segment is going to be dark. So if you have the ability to pull yourself out of it, focus on the positive, focus on what you have to be grateful for, that is going to make your next segment better. The more gratitude you have and the more excitement you have about this segment, the better the next segment of your life is going to be. So, not allowing your trauma to define you and not staying in that low place and allowing the trauma to become your identity. Okay, number 2 is healing is not linear. Let me say that one again. Healing is not linear. It's not as simple as, oh, I'm going to buy this course, or, oh, I'm going to hire this therapist or healer, and poof, I'm healed, and that's it. There's a lot of times we work through these modalities and we think, oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. Like everything feels really yummy. And then something happens and we're like, oh, shit, this is coming up again. And so one of the things that everyone compares healing to is like a bloomin' onion, or just an onion, maybe not a bloomin' onion, onion. I've heard them both, a onion, bloomin' onion, whichever one you prefer. But healing is kind of like an onion. You peel a layer back and then there's another layer. You peel a layer back and there's another layer. And the thing about it is life will continue to challenge you. So you may think, oh, I dealt with my daddy issues. So, you guys know I shared the story about, my father. So I dealt with my daddy issues and I'm good. And so now I'm ready for a relationship. And then I get into a relationship with someone that challenges me in a new way. And now all this other stuff just came up. So now I have to heal all this other stuff. So it's not linear. It's not a straight line where you do this, you do this, you do this, poof, you're healed. It's not like that. Okay? So we have these dips and these valleys and these curves and these roller coasters, and what you should know is that every single layer that you were peeling back, you were getting closer to who you truly are. You were getting closer to your core self. You are getting closer to your natural resonance before life piled all of this stuff on top of you. So life piles on fear, life piles on insecurities and doubt and social norms and what you should be doing, and your parents conditioning you to believe certain things. So as you heal, through the dips and valleys and the roller coasters, you're peeling back layers so you can get back to your natural resonance. And that is the purpose of healing. And so that doesn't look like a straight line for no one. It's curvy. It's curvy. And so when you just have that awareness of like, okay, this is going to be an interesting ride, and try to enjoy it and know that everything is happening for your greatest good. Everything is happening for your greatest good. So knowing like, okay, this is coming up. What is this teaching me? And it's almost like, for me now, it's almost like exciting, it's exciting for me because I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. This is coming up. What does this mean? What is my life going to look like once I heal from this? What is this teaching me to help me be a better version of myself? So when I am challenged, I'm just like, okay, I see you, universe. It's making me better. Knowing that it's making you better, it's making you stronger, it's getting you to where you want to be. Everything that you are going through is preparing you for what you've asked for. It's preparing you for your desires. So for me, I'm just like, okay, this is making me the best version of myself. I have these moments where I'm just like, everything is good, everything is so good. And then a challenge comes, and I'm like, okay, it's good, but it's about to be better, because I know once I work through this challenge, it's going to make me even better than who I am today. And that is the goal, to grow and evolve and transcend every single day. All right. So the next one is, there is no arrival. This is one that I know a lot of people don't like. There is no arrival. So it's funny. It's funny because I think in the healing community, there's a lot of people that are like, I am enlightened, like, and it's this like arrival of like, I'm better than everyone. There is no arrival. We're all on our individual journeys, and there is no final destination. I mean, and some people believe in death, and maybe they feel like death is the final destination, but I don't even believe in that, because I believe in multiple lives. So I believe like, okay, we still have some karma stuff that we may have to deal with the next life. So there is no arrival. That's my own personal belief, because I believe, there's still stuff that I probably had to work through in my previous life, and generational stuff that's passed down. All kind of, we won't get too woo-woo here. But there is no arrival. There isn't like, okay, I'm going to do this work, and I'm going to heal this, and I'm going to go through this self-development, and I have arrived and I don't have to do any more work. That's not how it is. We continuously grow through our whole entire lives. So in your 20s, you're growing and you think like, okay, I got a handle on life. And then 30s hit, and then you have a whole other set of problems. And then 40s hit, and you have a whole other set of problems. And then 50s hit, and you have a whole other set of problems. So, and when I say problems, I should say lessons, because they're all things that we have to work through to become the best version of ourselves. So don't think that like, okay, I'm going to do this, this, and this, and then poof, I'm healed. Or poof, I'm enlightened. Enlightenment is the highest vibration, and the higher you vibrate, the more you can manifest the things that you want in your life. So that is the goal, to be enlightened. But it's one of those things where it's like ebb and flow. It's forever changing, because you are going to have things that happen to you in your life that's going to lower your vibes. Now you want to be resilient, and you want to allow less and less things to affect you and lower your vibe, but things happen, and that is a learning experience for us to be able to be resilient and to work through things in a healthy manner. So knowing there is no arrival, knowing that life is going to continue to challenge you, because you are meant to continue to grow. There is no moment where you're like, okay, I'm done growing and this is it. Like, no, every single decade in your life is going to present something that you have to grow from, so you can continue to be the best version of yourself. The fourth thing you should know about healing is you were designed to heal yourself. This is mentally and physically. So think about physically how popular fasting is right now, intermittent fasting, different forms of fasting. It's because our bodies are designed to heal ourselves. And we take in so much junk these days. There's so many chemicals in our food and so many processed foods. And even when you're eating naturally, all of the pesticides in the fruits and vegetables and all of the steroids they're putting in the cows and the chickens, when you're eating meat or protein, we're taking in so much junk. So, how your body heals itself is to just go back to its natural form, drinking water and allowing your body to heal itself. So, fasting is healing. And it's something that's difficult for me because I really love food. But I will do like, just fruits and vegetables and try to stay away from anything that has like a lot of pesticides. And I clean my fruits and vegetables with 11.5 alkaline water. So I have a Kangen alkaline water machine. And when I soak my fruits and vegetables in this 11.5 pH water, you see all of this gook just coming off of the fruits and vegetables. It's insane. Like, it is insane. So our bodies are designed to heal ourselves. When we stop ingesting chemicals and steroids and like all these different things, our body naturally heals ourselves. So really hydrating. We're made up mostly of water. So making sure your water intake is high and minimizing the toxins that you're taking in. I recently stopped drinking coffee. I drink more tea now. I drink tea every single day. Like, as I this is my opinion, as I started to raise my level of consciousness, my body started reacting to that. There was one day, I don't even remember the day it happened, but I was just like, no more processed foods. So like I stopped having processed foods at home. Like I stopped cooking carbs as well, like macaroni and cheese. I used to love macaroni and cheese. I will not do macaroni and cheese or pasta at home. I do love pasta. Italian food is my favorite. So what I do is I substitute pasta for zucchini. So I do the zoodles, I think is what they call it, but I have a little spiralizer where you can turn zucchini into pasta. So I still have my spaghetti, but it's with zucchini. And so I think as you start to heal yourself, your body reacts. And I probably should stop drinking wine, but we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. That's the one thing where I'm just like, okay, I'm not eating any I'm not eating any processed foods. And that's, that's when I'm at home. When I'm cooking for myself, I eat really, really clean. A lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and protein. I don't cook carbs at home. I don't cook processed foods at home. So when I go out, because I do believe we do have to enjoy life. So balance, that's the key, balance. When I go out, it's whatever I want, whatever looks good on the menu, but I am eating at nice places. Like I don't eat fast food, I don't drink soda, I don't drink coffee anymore. But if I'm out and I'm like, okay, I need a coffee because I need a little pick me up, I will drink coffee once in a blue, but the last couple of months, I've probably had like one coffee a month. And I used to drink coffee every day when I had my studio. So I had a Keurig in the lobby, which made it so easy to make a cup of coffee. But then it became addictive. There's so many people that are addicted to coffee. So many people. They wake up and they're like, I need coffee. No, you need to figure out what you need internally to give yourself an energy boost where you're not dependent on a substance. You're not dependent on something externally to boost your mood, to boost your energy level. So if you feel like I need coffee, I invite you to take a look at that. What can you do to raise your energy level? There's people that have associated coffee with being in a better mood. Like there's all these memes that are like before coffee, after coffee, and like the before is like and then after coffee they're like ah. But really dive into that. Really dive into that. How can you wake up and feel like without any coffee. You know what I mean? Like ask yourself, challenge yourself, because we are designed to heal ourselves. We can raise our energy level without coffee. Our bodies are designed to heal themselves. So really give that some thought. I'm not against coffee. I love coffee. But I know that anytime something starts to feel addictive, if I'm like, "Ooh, I need coffee," like it's this time I need coffee, that's when I'm like, "Okay, I have to stop this," because again, our bodies are designed to heal ourselves. So anything that you feel like, "Ooh, I need this," it's because your body has become addicted to it. And that can be so many different things. It can be like on a small scale, coffee. On a higher scale, it could be prescription drugs, it could be alcohol, it could be painkillers. I mean, there's so many things that we allow ourselves to get attached to because we feel like we need it, when in reality our bodies are designed to heal themselves. The fifth thing that you should know about healing is that everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is different. Don't compare your journey to others' journeys. Don't compare your step one to someone's step eight. Don't compare, period, because everyone's journey is different. Know that what you are going through is specifically for you. There's no one size fits all healing modality. I don't believe that. Some people are going to resonate with meditation. Some people are going to resonate with Reiki. Some people are going to resonate with EFT. Some people are going to resonate with sound therapy. So I did just do a podcast episode recently. If you didn't check that out, definitely check that out. So everyone's journey is different. Everyone's journey is different, and no two journeys are going to look exactly alike. Like I have a sister, for example, we were raised by the same mom and we had completely different childhoods. We had completely different situations. So we have completely different issues, even though we have the same mom. So you can't compare. You cannot compare. And we are 10 years apart, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with it, because my mom was in a different place when she had me versus when she had my sister. So you can't compare. You can't compare to others. You can't compare to even your own family. So just know that your journey is going to look different, and when you can just accept that, you don't have to compare, and you also don't have to look for validation from anyone. And that's something that I really had to work through, validation of knowing that you're enough, knowing that you have healed to a certain point, knowing that you can get through it. We look for external validation when really we need to look inward. We have to look inward and know that we got this. And you do. And trust that everything is working out for your greatest good. So, why should you heal? Healing allows you to take back your power. It allows you to be the best version of yourself and live your best life. And that is what this podcast is about, living your abundant life. And that requires you to work through some stuff so you can show up your best. It allows you to make an impact in a world because you can inspire others to heal, and you're taking care of yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally. And working towards well-being so you can live that abundant life. There's a lot of people that are successful, but emotionally they can't enjoy that success. Or there's a lot of people that are successful, but they're not healthy, so they can't enjoy that success. So you want to be healthy and have well-being in all areas, mentally, physically, and emotionally, so you can enjoy the life that you have created for yourself. So healing does not happen overnight. Just have to let you know. There is no quick fix. There's no red or blue pill that's gonna poof, make it happen. It doesn't happen overnight. So I definitely encourage you to be patient with yourself, practice self compassion, and know that we are designed to heal ourselves. So thank you for bearing with me as I went down several rabbit holes in this episode. But if you have any questions about healing, definitely reach out to me. You can comment on whatever platform you're tuning in from, or you can email me at connect@abundancehack.com. And until next time, love and light.
Thank you for tuning in to the Abundance Hack Show. I would love to hear from you. Leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our yummy episodes. Every time you leave a 5-star rating or review, I do my happy dance.